Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever, AP Laser, leading the way, and by RockAuto.com, all the parts your car will ever need.
Welcome back to Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Now we've got the valve cover off, John, and look what we found. Here is the chain tensioner, and we have a flopper.
Yeah, it's a flopper, all right. You know what, Dave? It sounds exactly like the noise we heard, that ticking.
Yeah, there
That's
it is.
it, number one. Number two, we could turn it over. You could actually see it, but we wouldn't want to mess up the timing or anything like that. But pretty simple repair, right?
Yeah, you got it. There's a plate that actually holds the tensioner in there. There are 2 bolts that hold that plate on. All you have to do is remove those 2 bolts, and we want to be sure that we don't mess with the timing chain at all. We don't have to reset the timer.
And if you had to, well, it would be no big deal. We actually have a graphic of this exact motor, and here's what it looks like, the actual graphic. You can see it right there. Dave's dealing with number 6 down there. That's the actual chain tensioner. Now that's on that big guide that's holding that, and that's actually what's slapping around. That's the noise you're hearing. Now what's going on there, you got 7, 1, and 3 down there. Those are the marks, and those are the actual links on the chain. Just get that in order, you'll be in good shape. You don't want to have that thing hit any valves or have any problems. Now when you're dealing with tensioners, there's different types of tensioners. You can see this one right here. This one, he's got a hydraulic one, but his kind of locks in a little bit different than this one. This one you'd have to push in with a vise. And when you push it in with a vise, I went to rockauto.com. I got this pin set, this little Gates pin set. This is pretty cool because you can find a pin that goes in there and locks it. I know what you're thinking, just put a little drill bit in there and hold it. Well, they shatter sometimes and you'll have a problem. You want to make sure you do it right. Now, this is pretty cool. This is a unique one. This is a 3.4 Chevrolet GM motor, and this tensioner actually has a hole in the back. It looks just like the hydraulic one, so be careful. If you push this one with a vise, forget about it. You're going to ruin it. Now, how do you do it? Well, you can go to get a paper clip, or you can use that pin set as well. There's a little hole right here in the top. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to kind of hold tension on that. Now, if you watch this pintle right here, as I wind it in with the little screw hole in the back, watch the pintle start to go in. There it goes. Now, as it's retracting, I get to a point and it locks in right there. The paper clip locks in. Now, when I'm ready to install it in the engine, pull it out, bam, it pops out, no problem. If you try to push it in with the vise, you're going to have a problem. Speaking of problems, there's ours. How's ours looking, Dave?
It's not much of a problem anymore here. We'll get this out of here. Take a look at this. There's not a lot you can tell visually. This is the cylinder when it's extended, and here's a brand new one from rockauto.com. But what happens is when you get all the sludge, this is why you want to change your oil, because when you get all the sludge inside, it starts, for lack of a better term, makes things run wonky, so you got that chain wobbling back and forth. And what it does is it puts pressure on that cylinder over and over and over again, and it just wears it out, and that's what's happened with this one.
That's exactly what's happening with this one. Well, you know what we need to do, Dave? We'll just reverse the procedure. Just as easy. Put that one in, unlock it, get the tension on there. Probably want to do an oil change as well.
No doubt.
Yeah, we'll do all the torque specifications. You guys stick around. You want to hear it run, but don't go too far because Garage Ed's coming up right after this break. We'll be back with more Tech Garage, brought to you by rockauto.com.